If they do that, they're going to be very, 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 very tough to beat.
That's why Hunter's in right there. Oh, got to shoot a three.
Wilson. Oh, and we are tied.
What a game.
Let's go.
Call the five slammer down.
And I don't ever let them forget where we come from.
Getting those phones out. You caught me acting ignorant, man.
Baylor empties it out. With toss. It's going the other way. Second pick of the night. Jeremiah Wilson finishes this one.
The dream is alive for Houston.
Go Cougs! Let's go!
Welcome into another episode of Let's Rage Coogs presented by the Saxenian Family. We're coming off an 80-65 victory for the fifth-ranked team in the country, and that is your University of Houston Cougars men's basketball team. And they took care of business in the desert. Really a strong offensive performance all around from multiple different of the starters for Houston. And joining me as always, Kris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review and Dayon Dunlap. Before we get into any specifics, there were concerns after last game about Emmanuel Sharp and his shooting, and well, that's not a concern after tonight. Certainly put those criticisms to rest. But overall, a good offensive performance for Houston for much of the night, especially that first half, that stretch at the end of the first half.
Good evening to everyone. Good night to everyone. If you're joining us in Germany or wherever, what is it? Good morning to you. It was interesting. It was. I'll be honest. I reached out to one of the staffers early second half when Emmanuel was on the bench, and I was like, so I texted, "Is Emmanuel okay?" And as soon as I texted it, E checked into the game, and then E hit 4 threes in a row, and I'm like, never mind. But it was a good win, solid win. They pulled away the last few minutes. Coach Sampson can talk about, put on video board and discuss that and harp on that. It's rare for this team to have 2 shot clock violations, a 10-second violation, and they still won by 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they didn't play an A game, but they won by 15 points. And so Arizona State, kudos to them. They didn't quit, because we could point to another team that lost in Utah this evening. Look, they quit.
Yeah.
Looking for 34 points to them. So, but Dayon, Andy, great to see you as well.
I mean, you couldn't have said it best. We're starting with Emmanuel, kind of like you mentioned. I think, kind of like we said, the threat of him being on the floor, it's only a matter of time before he makes the shots that he was getting, because he was always getting good looks. Missed a couple in that first half, and then that second half, he got it going and looked like him regular self. You just see the extra element that he brings when he's making shots, and LJ playing how he's playing, and Milo's playing at the high level that he's playing. We're going to be tough.
And excuse me, Andy, real quick, because Mr. Big Texco pointed out, JoJo fouled out in 8 minutes. JVA had 4 fouls in 9 minutes. The guards won this game, pretty much for the Cougs. Different ways win ball games. Hey, it's a dub. As the ticker says, 14-1 in Big 12 play.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Big 12 comes through us.
That's right.
And that being said, let's bring in Fluff McKiver, joining us following Houston's 80-65 victory. First and foremost, Fluff, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing great today, man. Another day of basketball, another day of our Cougs getting a win. We would think that people might not notice it, but for Tugler and Francis to both have 4 fouls at the 12:43 mark of the game, and us still be in position to win, was a good sign. We wouldn't want to be in another position if it was different. You know what I mean? I feel like it was a good game, a good solid game. I feel like we need to rebound. I know I keep talking about rebounding, but I feel like we need to rebound a little better. And just another great game from the guards. We were just solid. We're the best. It is what it is.
Well said. What you say from Emmanuel finally getting going, knocking down some shots?
Oh, Sharp was on fire. When he start putting that right leg out when he land, when he start putting that right leg out in the front when he land, 21 is on fire. That's good. That's good.
What's
That's a
it
good
like
sight to
being a
see.
shooter from your perspective when you may be in a cold streak? Is it just keep shooting till they come down because you're getting good looks?
I think what people don't admit to is there is doubt. Now that I'm like done with the game, we could talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is doubt when you're off. You know what I mean? Like it's you need a couple, you need to see a couple go in, bro. It's almost like praying for it. You know what I'm saying? You see a couple go in, then you're like, okay, I'm feeling better. Um, that's what I would say, bro.
One
And
other thing that was
I want to touch on. Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead.
no, the only thing I was gonna say that was brought up in the ESPN broadcast too. They mentioned that, and specifically, I think they were referring to the Arizona game where we touched about it on Saturday. We're down the stretch as Terrence Arsenal. They got a lot of those minutes instead of Emmanuel Sharp, and then the ESPN broadcast they talked about how maybe it started affecting his defensive performance, talking about Emmanuel Sharp, and that was something that they said Kelvin Sampson reiterated to him and cannot allow that to happen. And lo and behold, played much better defense tonight as well. And so all it took was for him to see one shot fall, and then it was kind of they came in bunches after that.
And heavy minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Heavy minutes that make you feel good.
So two things. First, I'm gonna talk about Koa Pete from Joe Mendez. All signs pointing him staying in state. He's going to Arizona State. He's not coming to Houston. Okay, that's the latest word. Saw today by
Say it again.
Travis Branham for 24/7. You know, I'd never really thought it was a great chance that he was going to come here. It's Arizona State, and now surprisingly Texas for Koa Pete. You know, hey, I'm not sure where he'd play here. Anything's possible. If he wants to win a lot, he come to Houston. But hey, that's his choice. But I know if he stays in state, his NIL might be a lot higher. If y'all know what I'm talking about right there. So
Hey, well, we got to figure this thing out.
but hey, but
We
honestly,
don't need him.
that's
Not
what I'm saying.
like we don't need him like that, but
I mean, but you got Kris, you got players, and you got folks coming back. You know, he wants to play too. So where will he play next year? JoJo comes back. You got Kris coming in, and other, I mean, but I want to talk about this one about JoJo, Mr. Big Texaco. I looked it up because I want to make sure I had this right. JoJo against Alabama had 8 block shots. Okay, so let's not always, we're having recent bias. JoJo got in foul trouble tonight against Arizona State. Okay, he's played well against better teams, bigger teams, better competition. Javier has won games with the free throw line against some teams this season. So the foul trouble got the bigs tonight. Let's see what they do against Iowa State. Folks, don't forget what they have done against other competition. They didn't have tonight. Yes, JoJo gets in foul trouble unnecessarily. He's sometimes over aggressive. But it's not always that he does not do good things against good teams. That's not accurate.
Well, he followed up with this question. He's asking how does that issue get fixed?
Well, 2 of them were loose ball fouls when he's going over. It depends on the referee. Sometimes he gets those loose ball calls going for the tip out back to the perimeter. Some refs call it, some don't. But one of his fouls was an offensive foul. He wasn't set on a screen. That's the guard's fault, Fluff. You let the guard, right? When high screen and roll between you and a big, you want your big to be set, right? Another one was a reaching foul. I mean, sometimes those fouls are bad too. You get what you get with JoJo sometimes. Reach-in fouls, silly fouls, loose ball fouls, moving screen fouls. That's
So
him.
down the stretch, I want to talk about this down the stretch because I thought about it watching the game. So down the stretch, we get in the tournament. We in a Big 8. It's 6 minutes to go. We definitely going with Tugler or we going with Francis? Which we do? What we doing?
Depends on the opponent, because they might go with Roberts and 4 guards. Because we've seen that more and more the last couple of games too.
True. Okay, we playing.
Auburn.
Yeah, we playing Crow and them guys, and that's the name Broom and them guys.
Janai Broom and them. Going with
them.
assuming they're not in foul trouble. You're going with the better big and Juwan Roberts, whoever that might be.
Can we beat? Do you think we have the better team out of Auburn right now? The way everybody's playing, can we beat Auburn in a Final Four championship game right now?
Yes.
I was testing you, Kris.
Yes.
I was testing you, man.
Yeah.
Okay. You know why I think we can, and maybe it might be off subject. I feel like we have perseverance through games. I feel like the reason the reason I love our team the most is we don't have to be playing well offensively to win. That's not like a some teams, like if they're playing, they have to play well offensively to win the game. If they're not playing well offensively to win the game, there's not a shot. For us, we know how to grind it out whether we making shots or not. And that's why I feel like we could beat anybody in the country.
Agreed. And I guess, Mr. Big Texaco, it's the same thing. Coach Sampson has said it. He said it in post games about JoJo. He's shaking his head at JoJo sometimes. He's like, I mean, JoJo is JoJo. We see it. It's honest. Yeah. Do you think the coaches don't tell JoJo? Don't push in the back? Don't slap on fouls? JoJo has to adjust to that too. It's not like he's not being, so folks, we all see it. At some point, we also have to put it on the player. He has to do better.
Yeah, he got to adjust to the way the refs is calling the game.
Well, I say this all the time. You'd rather tame a dog than make one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'd rather tame. So one thing about JoJo, he ain't finna get punked by nobody down there.
He gives effort.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just gotta figure out a way, not to finesse him, but to finesse some situations for him to learn some finesse techniques in those situations of rough and physical play to still get it done, to be physical in a finessing way sometimes. You know what I mean?
He's gotta learn those veteran tricks.
Yeah.
Or just, post player tricks.
I mean,
put 2 hands in the back.
When they about to go up, you gotta grab their. Y'all think I'm crazy? I know. You gotta go ahead and grab their pinky, grab the pinky, then grab the waist. Boom, then box out. Go get the rebound.
Yeah.
Ref ain't gonna see that. You know what I mean?
He's got to learn how to hold off with one hand and rebound with the other. I mean, it's stuff that he has to figure out.
Roberts got it down.
Yes. And it took him a while to figure that out too. I mean, folks, Juwan's early years, we had some of the same. He's so wild. He's so reckless. Blah, blah, blah. All this. Sometimes it takes for some players a little bit longer to get it for the click in their brains.
How many rebounds did he finish with tonight? 5?
JoJo?
No.
Juwan?
Roberts.
6. He had 6 rebounds.
See what I'm saying today?
He had 7.
I'm with you.
How many had?
He had 6 in 32 minutes.
No.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
You know what I'm saying, Kris, Andy, Dayon, like, we go play against Rome and then we need 12.
Mm-hmm.
We need 10 to 12. I just want him to. I know there was a lesser competition, and it seems like he gets more rebounds when the competition is a little higher. But I need him to be a little
I agree
more
with you saying
aggressive on the
tonight,
backboard.
but tonight we got rebounded from the guards because the league had 7.
True. True.
So, you know,
Malik had 7, and LJ had 4.
LJ had 4. So that's a lot for
Milo's
LJ.
Yo, shout out
Milo's
to
had
LJ.
3.
I've been begging him, man.
Yeah.
he was getting them long rebounds tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you the long ones. Those that I ain't telling him to
Yeah.
go in there and sky. I'm
And
telling him
Emmanuel
to
had 4
get.
too.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's different
good.
too. Emmanuel had 4 as well. So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I'll take the long rebound from the guards.
And after they got out rebounded by Arizona on Saturday, Coach Sampson challenged all of them, guards included. Y'all got to rebound.
Yeah.
This is not who we are not a team that can be successful getting out rebounded by 9 like we did against Arizona. Everybody has to rebound, and that's what they did tonight. So yeah.
I real quickly like to take this moment to thank today's sponsors or tonight's sponsors on this edition of Let's Rage Coogs, beginning with Steve Saxenian. This is Let's Rage Coogs presented by the Saxenian Family. A big thank you to Mr. Steve Saxenian for being a primary sponsor of not only tonight's episode, but each and every single post-game show after every single men's basketball game. Let's Rage Coogs, the original post-game show for both men's basketball and football. Of course, we also like to say thank you to today's secondary sponsor, and that is Star Pizza with 3 locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to stop before or after the game. Be sure to check them out online at starpizza.net. Social media platforms, Star Pizza HOU on X and Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. Check them out on those platforms because they have constant deals and specials that they are putting out throughout the weekend. Be sure to enjoy some of the best pizza in town, not some of the best pizza in town. With that being said, I want to bring up this comment from E.I. Crabtree. This is a great point. LJ Cryer has become very consistently solid over the course of the past few games. And again, he led the team in scoring tonight, 18 points. Like we alluded to or we mentioned just a few minutes ago, gathered 6 rebounds or not 6 rebounds, 4 rebounds. He had 6 assists and only 1 turnover. So he did a little bit of everything for Houston in this game against Arizona State.
I think he's he's not shed, but he's shed light in the sense of, we could depend on those 14, 15 points every night. That's big time. You know what I mean? I think he, I don't want to say took him for granted. I think that everyone's just locked into cutting the nets down. So, we need you every night, but he's definitely appreciated, and I'm sure super appreciated by the coaching staff, Sampson and the coaching staff, and everybody that's around on a daily basis.
And he's stepping up. He stepped up when Emmanuel went through his slump. Lowe stepped up. Different guys are stepping up on this team. I texted about Mr. Arsenault needs more mud in his blood. There's some games.
Know you was going. I didn't know. I didn't.
No, I'm going to say it because Coach Sampson.
I thought
we all see it.
I thought you was going to keep that off the.
No. We all see it. I mean, everybody sees it.
I seen it in the group where I said, "Oh, Kris texting us. He needs some more mud in his blood," but I know he ain't gonna say that on the podcast.
Oh no, yeah, that's stuff like that. I'm gonna say.
But damn it, Kris, he needs some more mud in his blood.
He does.
He do.
He's got to be consistent with it. Game in, he's had some good games this year. He's had some games where he hasn't played well. So it's another example of this team. Everybody has not played well in the same game.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And yet they're still 22-4 and 14-1 in the Big 12. Okay.
That's scary. I don't feel like we played our best basketball yet.
That's what I'm getting
a complete team. I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
this is a complete team stepping up, different guys having each other's back.
I think, but with Milo's playing at the rate he's playing, and then LJ being as consistent, with Emmanuel come on through, we right there, like peeking at the door from playing our best basketball.
Because a few games ago, it was Juwan Roberts carrying the freight. He was the go-to option. Those opponents said, we're going to make Roberts beat us. Then it's been Milos, LJ. I mean, it's pick your poison with this team. Ace-time Big Dog. Malik had a good game tonight. Last couple games, he didn't have it, going. Folks, I am good with this team having different guys step up as long as it gets the dub.
100%.
because it is rare and it's difficult to have everybody play well in the same game. That's hard to do. That's a rare occurrence. If it only happens one time, you know what I want it to happen? April 7th.
April 7th. You ain't lying, brother. April 7th is the day, for sure.
Because, I mean, there was some defensive slippage tonight. There were some mental breakdowns with the shot clock violations, with the 10-second count, all these different things. And Austin Mason, young fellow, he got hot.
He a
8
nice
for 9.
guard.
He has some deep shots. And I know what I'm assuming that some of the fans at the game were happy about the big run the Sun Devils made down the stretch, because the spread was like Cougs 11.5, 11.5 or 12. So that's what they got involved. Oh, there's a chance. No. But
hey, check this out. Brandy got a song out. Okay. And it's all I'm gonna tell you. So
we gotta get you a stand for your phone, brother.
I can't find my tripod, man. I had it set good the last 3 shows, man. And that's the AAU. But Brandy got a song out, man. I'm gonna see if y'all know which one it is. And it's about that. Somebody trying hard, but just, not getting it done.
How old is that song, man?
It's about 12 years, maybe 12, 13 years old. I seen the piano. I'm thinking Dayon know, because I see the piano in the back, so there's somebody doing some music there. So it almost doesn't count, man. Come on.
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like this. I feel like this too is sometimes when you win so many games, people almost make it seem that it's something if a team makes a run, or it's something if a team, you was up 25 and a team makes a run and they end up losing by 13 or 12. It's like, we were up 25 though. You know what I mean? Not saying you guys, you guys are high Division I players, man. Like,
yeah,
you should make something happen at some point.
Oh no, I like I said right before you popped on, I gave ASU credit for not quitting. Unlike a team, a blue blood program that got their behinds kicked in Utah in Provo tonight, the Jayhawks.
Whoa. Let's talk about that.
There's something wrong with them. I mean, they got housed by 34 tonight.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
This is what it is with Kansas. Is when they're not highly McDonald's up and they're not crazy talented from 1 through 9, then the staff is then counted on. They coach a little more than they was planning on to do. And that's what's going on, man. They're just not that talented. Usually they're more talented than that. You know what I mean? As far as at the guard and at the big. That's what's going on. So when you're not, you have to coach at another level. And that's why Sampson's the guy. If you look at our roster, man, like there's nobody oozing out at you that's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have any top 10 prospect, quote unquote, NBA prospects.
Not this
next year.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys didn't tell me, I'm doing my cool research on the young guys. You guys didn't tell me that the kid what's the kid from San Antonio name?
Kingston Fleming.
That his high school is the top 10 high school in the country. And he kind of warped that together, like meaning like he kind of made them that good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the real deal. Oh yeah, he's the real deal.
Somebody
the best team in the state. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Kris, somebody gonna have to sit down.
We're gonna see.
He's gonna have to earn it. No, he's gonna have to earn it. No, okay.
Okay, Kris. Okay.
He's
Watch
good,
this, man.
but he's gonna have to earn it. Yeah, he's gonna
I'm
have to earn
going
it
to practice. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm going to practice. When that start, I'm coming to I'm coming to Hell Week, man. Listen
because
to this though. Listen
yeah,
to this. Well, when you think about it, I watched this kid. I've been watching this kid. My son is a fan of this kid. I didn't even know who this kid was. This kid ain't running from no earning.
no,
That's why you come to
that's why he
UH.
picked Houston.
I'm
Yeah,
just trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just no.
yeah,
I'm just trying to tell you.
yeah,
I know a sheep and a wolf now.
yeah.
You know, he a wolf now. So I'm just when I made that comment, I'm making a comment as if I know he gonna run in there and try to earn. He gonna earn.
Oh yeah.
So
But next, it won't be a problem from fans questioning who's the backup point guard next year.
he might be out there with him.
Yes, no, it's still
Yeah,
it won't be a
What you
problem. It'll be
think,
a
LJ
question.
Andy?
that's a great point. LJ will be gone. There's gonna be a big void. Like he's gonna have the opportunity to rise up and take that spot. Now, not to take too much out of this, but we saw in stretches too that the reason why Arizona State made that run, they weren't doing it against the top ones against Houston. They put in a lot of the players that don't get a lot of run, and Arizona State made a rally, and then Kelvin had to put back the starters.
Yeah, you had Mercy in there, Cedric Lott,
Cordell.
Milos was still, but they
Well,
got
Milos was
sloppy and
on, but
careless. Yeah,
yeah.
they got sloppy and careless. But again, ASU did not give up. They kept
Right.
fighting. They kept competing. So give them credit for that. And regarding the Jayhawks, Bill Self, I saw the question from, I think, Not Too Complicated. Ask it about, is he a Hall of Fame coach? Yeah. Okay, because even if you get talented players, you still have to win with them. Okay, that was a criticism for years the folks had of Coach Gavi Lewis. Well, all he does is he gets the best players, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't coach them up. He just rolls the ball out there. Okay, you still have to.
You have to manage so many personalities.
Yes,
Though.
that's part of coaching too.
It's
Man,
almost harder. It's almost harder when you got the talent because you got to manage the prima donnas. You got to. It's a lot going on.
So let's not, toss those kind of rocks at folks. I mean, Bill Self, what won 3 championships? 2, right? Coach Sampson's a Hall of Fame coach. We all agree. He has not won one yet, but he's still a Hall of Fame coach.
Definitely.
So we're piling on Bill Self, and some folks in media are wondering if Bill Self will step aside and retire this season. Yeah, they spend a lot of money on NIL. They're not a team, though. They're a bunch of individuals. You can see it. When things go wrong, they don't come together as a unit. They're just going their separate ways, and you see them. Tonight was maybe a culmination of that separation. BYU is a solid basketball team, but 34 points better than Kansas?
That's crazy.
Come on now.
Yeah, they wasn't prepared.
And KU quit. They quit.
Yeah.
Tonight, they quit.
I thought it was fake because I was going back, ESPN too. I'm like, ain't no way they down 28 points. Ain't no way.
I mean, they were down 20 at halftime, and they lost the second half by 14. So, I mean, but hey.
This is a great point, too. That UH game kind of has been a turning point for their season. Because they had, let's be honest, they should have.
They should have won that game.
Houston.
They should have made the free throws, and they didn't.
And they've kind of been heading in the wrong direction ever since that game.
And, their defense, and another sign of not being together on a string, their defense is garbage.
Yeah.
Their one-on-one defense is I think Fluff would go out there right now and get 30 on them. Right now.
Hey, hold on, Kris. I don't know what
That's 30. I said 30. I didn't say 10. I said 30.
Come on, Kris. Come on. Hey, Dave. He tried to sneak that one in there.
I didn't say me. I didn't say me.
He snuck that one in there. Like, man, even you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. I got a little weight on me, Kris. That's all right. But I was in there playing today.
But I said you
still
give
hang out a
him
little
30.
bit.
I said 30.
Yeah, you said the even part. It would just be even. The even part made it crazy. You know what I'm saying? But no, they don't close out well. I was watching both
Yeah.
games tonight. Like they don't close out when they throw the ball out to the wing or the top. It's like, and they blow them by. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, but let me be clear. I don't feel sorry for Kansas. Okay,
no,
they're still a blue blood
Nah, I
program.
think Fluff said it right. They
You know,
usually have an NBA prospect guards in the big to where
yeah,
they have
yeah.
a advantage, but now it ain't like that, and I think you can see the difference.
And it's almost like, not saying he can't coach. It's almost like he don't even want to coach if it's not like that. You know what I mean?
so I mean that could be an issue. He's burned out. He's frustrated. He's at a loss because he called all his timeouts with like 10 minutes left in the game. He was done with timeouts. Hey, but we're talking about Kansas. The Cougs won by 15 for their 12th straight road win. Haven't lost on the road, ironically, since what, Andy, last year at Kansas, right?
Yep.
Yep. And Texas Tech lost to TCU. Cougs are up.
Yes.
2 over everybody, at least 2 over Arizona, but they have the one hot head-to-head over Arizona. So technically 3 over them. The big one this Saturday, hosting Iowa State. ESPN will be here. College game day.
Ooh.
Hopefully it'll be a win because the last time ESPN was here wasn't a loss to UCF, I think, something like that.
How UCF getting a Big 12? Can somebody explain that to me?
Money. And they're in the state of Florida. Different market. Florida market. Yeah.
Okay. I know it wasn't basketball with them.
Oh no. Football, has had more success recently. And they haven't. And see, now we're talking about, does Isaiah Harwell start over Emmanuel Sharp? If he earns it, he will.
Nah, coach ain't gonna start nobody over Sharp.
But that's what I'm saying. I doubt it. But I think next year you might have Emmanuel start the backcourt.
Yeah.
See, we can't get caught up in these ratings, and you gotta translate to the next. Like you got, we can't get caught up in there. Think this since they 5-star, they're gonna come in and starting.
Right. They gotta earn all that stuff, man. CNAT gotta earn it. And being a 5-star, it's kudos to them for choosing Houston and wanting to be coached hard. But playing for Coach Sampson is different. Okay. They got to get used to that. So let's not assume that they're just going to come in here and start. Let's not get carried away. Jarris Walker was a different kind of dude. So let's see how talented these young men are. The ratings are nice, but let's see them earn it. And then if they earn it, then the team will be that much better. But let's put our brakes on all that kind of stuff.
I agree, Kris. Well, I don't know who Sampson was talking to tonight, but he was telling somebody, man, grab the effing rebound, man. Who was he talking to?
Terrence, a couple times.
Yeah, he was telling Terrence.
He was like, man, grab the effing ball, man.
Yep, that was Terrence. That's when I texted. Right after that's when I texted about.
Oh, that's okay. Now it makes sense. Yeah. Now it makes sense.
He told us to
Terrence.
Yep. And he got mad.
I think I turned my head and then I didn't, I missed that part of the game. And he was just going crazy. I'm like, man, somebody done pissed him off. Who are he talking to?
Yeah,
he got mad at Emmanuel too later on whenever Arizona State was doing their press because he wanted Emmanuel to go somewhere and he
was in the wrong spot. Should have been in the middle of the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pissed about
that. I seen that too.
And see, that's just more examples. Coach Sampson has a high standard for this team. And he expects them to play up to that standard. And when they don't, he will call them out on it.
I love it.
And that's what I respect about him. And Terrence Arsenault, he has to be consistent. If Terrence Arsenault is consistently locked in on offense and defense, this team's ceiling is that much higher.
I agree.
But they don't need him to win a lot of games, but it would help the team overall if he's locked in on both ends of the floor. And yes, Crabtree talks about Iowa State's going to be a challenge. Heck yeah. They're healthy now.
Iowa State ain't getting none in the Farida.
Momcilovic is back. Well, we talked about Texas Tech. Texas Tech won.
Yeah, well, we mad about that.
So, yeah. We're getting closer. You coming to town, all right?
For sure. 100,000, 100 million%. I'll see y'all at the game, man.
Might not be a competitive game now unless Kansas wakes up and turns a new leaf.
Hey, if I come in town and we beat them by 50, so what?
That's right.
I like it.
Yeah. Smashed him last year, so I got no problem smashing him
Hopefully
again.
my boy Dayon drive up, man.
Yeah, I might pull up.
Yeah, come on, man.
What's that, man? 3 hours? You know?
But yeah, Milan Momcilovic is back. Joshua Jefferson is good.
And a lot of ways,
is good. That's a good team. That's a very good team.
Iowa State and Houston mirror each other a lot. The way they play in
the defensive traps, the edges, all that.
They both can defend really well.
Yep.
I don't know what the kid name is with the headband, but he could play. It's number 10. What's his name?
He's got Curtis Joseph, Taman Lipsey. Yeah, I mean they got nice backcourt, 6-man. Yeah, I mean they're a very good squad. So
play ball.
I'm looking forward to that matchup. I expect it to be close and a good one. Game day is going to be here. The Cougs win. That will pretty much will definitely lock up a top 4 seed in the Big 12 tournament. And then they have a quick turnaround. Got to go to Lubbock Monday night. So, life in the Big 12, you're an elite team.
No doubt.
91-57. Boy. Man.
Yeah, that's how surprised I was. That's how surprised I was with UConn, South Carolina. I still can't believe that one.
Yep, that was an ass whooping. Yep, that sure was. Yep.
For sure.
Real quickly, once again, like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors on this edition of Let's Rage Coogs. Again, this is LRC presented by the Saxenian Family. A big thank you to Steve Saxenian for being the primary sponsor of not only this edition of Let's Rage Coogs, but each and every single post-game show after the Houston Cougars men's basketball team's games. And of course, we also like to say thank you to Star Pizza with 3 locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to stop before or after the game. Be sure to check them out online at starpizza.net and on social media at Star Pizza HOU on X, Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram, and be sure to stop by any one of their 3 locations on Tuesdays and Fridays during lunchtime for their all-you-can-eat pizza buffet, and check them out anytime because they constantly have different deals throughout the week, so make sure you follow them on their social media platforms. Kris, Fluff, Dayon, on the topic of kind of around the nation, interesting because obviously Saturday they had the preview bracket that the NCAA tournament revealed. Since then, Purdue lost again tonight, and Texas A&M lost today as well.
Yep.
Those were 2 teams that were ahead of Houston at the 2 seed when that preview came out. So good national news for Houston tonight.
Yeah, well, after Purdue lost Saturday, the Cougs would have moved ahead of them. Aggies losing tonight on the road against Mississippi State helps the Cougs probably move up the 2 seed line. Let's get your thoughts on this, everybody. And I'm looking at the standings because it's finally updated. 5 games left in Big 12 play.
Yeah.
The Cougs don't play BYU, right? These last 5 games, they're done with them, right? Okay.
Nope.
So they won the tiebreaker with them. So if my math is right, with BYU's thumping of Kansas and Cougs winning tonight, the Cougs have wrapped up a top 4 seed in the Big 12 tournament with 5 games to go.
Jeez.
Big 12, or you saying NCAA tournament?
In the Big
Big
12
12.
tournament, top 4
Okay,
seeds
Big 12.
get double
All right.
bye until that Thursday. Because the
Gotcha.
worst the Cougs could be is 14-6. The best BYU could be is 14-6. And since the Cougs won the tiebreaker, the Cougs win that tiebreaker. So
Right.
5 games to go, they've already wrapped up a top 4 seed in the Big 12 tournament.
That's big
But
time.
back to Andy's question. The Cougs, if they win out regular season, I still think that's not likely. But if they go 19-1 in Big 12 play, damn, that'd be awesome. 19-1. They could be a 1 seed.
Yeah, for sure.
But Auburn's going to be a 1 seed for sure. Alabama's probably going to be a 1 seed. Then you're looking at either Duke or Florida as a 1 seed. If the Cougs are the last or the 4th number 1 seed, they're going to be out west in San Francisco. Okay?
Got it.
But that means they would be away from Auburn and Alabama because they all be 1 seeds. Would you rather the Cougs be a 1 seed in San Francisco, and that'd be tougher travel for the UH alums and all that kind of stuff for fan support, but away from Auburn and Alabama? Or would you rather the Cougs be a 2 seed in like Atlanta or Indianapolis, have better fan support and shorter distances for travel, but you might be a 2 seed in a region with Auburn or Alabama? What would you prefer?
I think with our resume, I think if we get this win against Kansas and stuff like that, maybe even win the Big 12 tournament, I think that would be nothing to talk about. As far as that, you know what I mean? Like, as far as if we went out and we beat Kansas and we beat Iowa State, we're kind of making the bid. Like, we're kind of a solid number 1, like 2 minimum team.
But my question is, would you want them to be a 1 seed out west in the San Francisco region?
Oh no, I want to get away from. I want to get
away from Auburn, who'll be probably the one in
TCU too.
Atlanta, and Alabama be the one in Indianapolis.
BYU.
So if the Cougs are 1 seed, they'll be away from Auburn and Alabama because they'd also be 1 seeds.
100%.
But if the Cougs are a 2 seed, they might be a 2 seed in a region with Alabama or Auburn as the 1 seed. So do you want the Cougs to be in the same region as Bama or Auburn? Or do you want them to be away from them and meet up, chances are, in the Final Four in San Antonio? When would you like to meet them? In San Antonio or prior?
I would like to get them out the way like Big 8.
Andy?
I agree. I'd rather them have to travel south or at most Indianapolis. Like, having to go west, I don't know. These players are the whole team, they're very routine oriented. I think having to travel down there, they most definitely won't have as much fan support out west if they were playing in Georgia or even Indianapolis. And at the end of the day, you're going to run into those teams to win a championship anyways. You might as well get them out the way quicker.
But if they if they're in Atlanta, Auburn is an Alabama school. They might have way more fans there to see them than Houston would. I'm just putting out scenarios because some of my buddies want to avoid Auburn as long as possible. I'm like, I don't care. The Cougs can be anybody one time. I'm going to do it one time. That's all that matters. I don't care when they face them. They face them in the Elite 8. They face them in Final Four, whatever. But I'm just putting it out there, for everybody who's watching us on the platform, on social media. What do you have a preference? If you could wave your magic wand, what would you like to see the Cougs be? Away from Auburn and Alabama, or what?
I would say it doesn't matter. 2 things. One, they've proven 12 wins in a row on the road in the Big 12. A hostile environment doesn't matter. And obviously 2 very different teams. But even 2 years ago when Houston and Auburn met in the second round, they played that game in Birmingham. There was a lot of Auburn fans at that game.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's shown the track record this season, obviously, with the Big 12 road record and streak, and obviously in years past it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I would prefer them having to travel less, probably get into a more normal routine than having to go all the way out to San Francisco. Um, that's my 2 cents. What I think.
Dayon?
I really don't have a preference. I think we're ready no matter who it is. Honestly.
And see, I'm a kind of comment here. I don't believe the Cougs would have to win the Big 12 tournament to be a 1 seed. I think if they go 18-2, 19-1, that would be enough for the committee to be a 1 seed. Auburn, Alabama. I mean, Florida has the 1 win over Auburn. I mean, there's a chance that there are. See, I just, I could see Auburn, Alabama, Duke, and Houston as 1 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. I mean, could the committee decide that Florida is a 1 seed over Houston? I don't know. If not, if the Cougs go 19-1 in the Big 12. No.
Now, I want to say this. I'd rather see Auburn than Florida early, if I had to pick.
Interesting. How come?
I feel like Florida's starting to like click and play their best basketball. Now I know Auburn has been killing stuff too, but I mean it's always gonna be a sleeper team, man, from a big conference. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Auburn. I think we're gonna play our best and our hardest against them, and I think that's a W. They real guard heavy, so like them being guard heavy, we're not gonna lose too many perimeter matchups. As far as going by us or whatever it is. So that'll be to our advantage, really.
It's a great
Problem
point of discussion. It's a great, great problem to have.
And one other thing from a superstitious standpoint, obviously, this has nothing to do with the actual basketball on court product, but Houston's been a 1 seed twice in the last few years and have been bouncing.
Right.
And hasn't made it to the Final Four
So
as a 1
bigger
seed.
target.
Yeah.
And obviously, the last time Houston was a 2 seed, they made it to the Final Four. And
Let's
then
go with 2 seed then.
when they made it to the Elite Eight, they were a 4 seed. So, or
Yeah.
Andy,
they were
let's
a
go
4
with
seed or
2
were they a
seed.
5 seed? Yeah, so I mean, if you're superstitious in that route, I think just having that 1 seed in general, obviously, that puts a big target on your back, that whole region, because everyone's gunning for you in that region.
Yeah.
Not that Houston would be underdogs regardless, but
And it all comes down to matchups and health and all those things as well. And Crabtree said it. That's what I told my buddies on Saturday. Cougs healthy. I don't care who they face.
Me neither.
Okay, yeah. If the Cougs are healthy, bring it on.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
I'm not scared of Auburn. Not scared of Alabama. I'm not scared of Florida. Of course, I'm not playing. But all I got to do is beat them one time. Auburn, hell, the Cougs almost beat them earlier this year when they weren't playing at their best. And Janiyah Broome, his ankle injury he's not healthy. His ankle's not 100%. Kind of similar to Emmanuel Sharp. It flared up against Bama on Saturday. So who's to say he won't have an ankle issue in the tournament at some point? Yeah. So it's a great problem to have. I've said it with Fluff joining us in previous shows since he's been with us. I just want Fluff to be there with all of us. And if alums who are watching us right now are able to be in San Antonio with us, all of y'all get your phones, your cameras, whatever you want to do. The Cougs win that chip. Y'all find me. Kris is doing it. Where's Kris? He's running around making confetti angels, whatever. Yep.
Hey man, I'm gonna be doing the ratchet. I messed Kris head up with that one. Andy, I messed his head up with that one. I'll be doing the ratchet, man. I'll be doing that Boosie song, the ratchet, where we win that one.
But I mean, I want it to happen. I really do want it to happen. We deserve it. We deserve a national championship. Not complicated. Call you out, Fluff. He calling you out on the saying it's your bedtime, man. He call you out.
Who did?
But not too complicated. Says it's past Fluff bedtime.
Man, you ain't. Hey, listen. This is raw and uncut, man. You ain't lying, man. I don't.
It's 12:30 over there where Fluff
Hey,
is. So yeah.
I'm
Fluff on
I'm
Eastern
a. Hey,
time.
listen. Hey, it's past Fluff bedtime. That's funny. You ain't lying. Listen, I was in the gym. I gotta respond. I'm up now. I was in the gym today from 3:00 to 9:30. I wanted to make sure I got on a podcast with my guys. So you right.
But he's getting ready because as what was it last year? What one of those years? I think it was last year in the tournament. The Cougs played like at 9:30. Remember that?
Yeah,
9:30 at
they
night.
played
At night, and we did a post game show. Man, but the Coug
that
Baylor
wasn't
game's
even
at
the
9 o'clock,
latest.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yep. When they play at Baylor, that'll be a 9 p.m. tip. And then even this year, I mean, they had a game that started at midnight.
In Vegas, yeah, Vegas had a late start game. We were so
that's the the 3 a.m. Let's Rage Coogs.
Hey, whoever
LRC
that
after
was
dark.
whoever that was in the comment, tell him I'm the rookie anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning.
Yeah. So it's all good, man. And we're talking about a Cougs 80-65 win on the road, 12th consecutive road win, longest active streak individual in college basketball. Cougs 14-1 in the Big 12, 2 games up over second place. If my math is correct, they have clinched a top 4 seed in the Big 12 tournament with 5 games to go. Man, that's something else right there. This Saturday, Iowa State.
It's a war. Hey, whoever that
I'm looking
was,
forward to
I
it.
bet y'all be up for that one.
1 o'clock
They
start.
got me. Hey,
Game day
they
starts at
got
9
me. I'm
o'clock.
like this. Whoa.
And yes, Arizona winning in Waco yesterday.
Baylor's having a down year too.
You know, Baylor without their big man had to readjust, and they only got one big man now. Arizona just
before he went
carved
down,
them up, man.
they was
carved them
having
up.
down here.
So they got one player, VJ Edgecombe, and who I think Fran Priscilla said during the game. Coach Drew might have to just say, VJ, go get us 35, 40 points tonight, man, because they're going to need him to have some big games.
What about Rose, though? How y'all feel about Rose?
Yeah. Veteran guard, he got experience, but he's one of those guards. If you got a good team, he can make sure that you guys are right. You know what I'm saying? The right position. He ain't nothing special.
So he shouldn't have left.
I mean, he thought I can't say that because Baylor is such a good program. I see what he thought he was coming to. It just didn't pan
But I'm just
out.
saying, so many guys. I mean, I think parents and players need to understand what you're saying about his game. A parent and a player need to understand that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Baylor wanted him to come in and wiggle and dance a little bit.
Right.
I think they needed him to be more of an assertive player. I mean, at Duke, he was more assertive maybe his sophomore, junior year than he was, maybe last year or whatever it was. But hey, we ain't worried about them, man. At the end of the day, man, this is our conference,
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Last thing before we go, we're gonna hear what Calvin Sampson and Juwan Roberts, Emmanuel Sharp had to say after the game. They sent it relatively quick today. So let's hear what they had to say.
About winning on the road, you guys have a Big 12 record tonight for consecutive road wins.
Unbelievable accomplishment. Being 14-1 is awesome, but that's something that people will remember this program for. And to be able to do that, you've got to have tough kids, talented kids, mentally tough kids. So you think about all the places that we play. How many great programs there are in the Big 12, and to 12 consecutive. It's hard to win one. It's hard to win two. But to win 12 is just very thankful for the staff I have and players. I'm blessed to have high character kids that believe in each other, love each other. And that has so much to do with our success. So hats off to these kids and our staff.
Right front. Hey guys, Ryan Myers, Devil's Digest. Thank you guys for your time. I noticed during the pregame warm-ups that you guys had a very unique way of warming up as a team, going over things very specifically and detailing certain parts of the game that you wanted to attack when you guys go out there and actually execute on the floor. And compared to other programs across the league that have seen different things from comparing and contrasting, what is it about the program that you guys have created that has allowed for such a cohesive unit, and that kind of, how has that started off in like the pregame and practices that translates into the game?
First of all, that's a pretty good observation. That's a great observation. I don't know. I don't ever watch pregame, but our day before, we got in here last night, and we had a great practice last night, great prep, awesome. We went for an hour and a half this afternoon from like 1 to 2:30. Mm-hmm. We script so many things that we may not even have to do, but we're prepared for them. You prepare for the moments that, because you never know when they will be there. But I think we have a great culture, and all the kids that came before them. You look at our record over the last 8 or 9 years. We have a model that we've been able to sustain over a long period of time, regardless of who's here. It's just the same. We've had talented teams. We've had Joyce Walker was a 1 and done, the 8th pick. Marcus Sass was the 25 pick. Quentin Grimes, 25 pick. Jamal Shedd was just a 40. So we've always had talented teams, but our kids have great value in being a Houston Cougar. It means something to them, and it's not the fact that we've been to Final Fours, Elite Eights, 5 straight Sweet 16s, Big 12 champs. That's awesome. It sounds good, doesn't it? But the character of these kids I have one of the best jobs in America, because I get to coach these kids every day, and that is so awesome.
Sorry to follow up. I'd love to hear from the player's perspective as well about how that kind of goes into your guys' ability to be bought into the program and all that kind of stuff going forward.
Well, he's been here 6 years. He should know better than me.
You talking about the pre-practice? Yeah, well, like just the preparation you guys put into the game, and then just all the way you guys kind of prep and you guys go about your pregame warm-ups. That feels very cohesive compared to how a lot of other teams, a lot of guys do a lot of individual stuff as their own thing, a lot of pregame stuff. You guys have been doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like, it starts with practice too. We drill these stuff that we do before the games every day. And then just, trying to find ways before the games to get in our grooves. But like I say, the shots that we shoot, those are shots that we take every single day. And then as a collective group, just working on pick and rolls, playing with each other, just finding different ways, to get our touch. And I just feel like that's just the culture that's built here. Everything we do is full speed. Everything we do is like sharp. So just going into games, just trying to be fresh and trying to be mentally ready for when the game starts.
So midway.
So once again, that was Houston Cougars head coach Kelvin Sampson. You heard from Juwan Roberts in that clip as well. Had to cut it short, obviously. We'll be posting the full thing shortly on Podslam at JAMA if you're interested. I'm sure that the UH Cougars website YouTube channel will post it too. Your great comments right there from Kelvin Sampson about the Houston culture and the consistency, with literally the consistency in everything that they do. Um, the quote that stood out to me is how many things that they went over in practice. He said a lot of stuff that they didn't even need in this game, but preparation because they never know when they are going to need it down the road.
Yeah, that stood out to me too. Just preparing for the situations that you never know that may arouse. That way, it may sort of surprise, like the surprise throw a zone out there. Just those different things that you may not expect to kind of put extra packages in, so to say.
And I like, and I'm going to bring up NRG right here, because I know how I feel about it as well. It's kind of petty, but it's real too, because I won't forget. And the comments on it, I made the comments in our previous LRC. Men's basketball, Houston Cougars men's basketball success is what those haters feared when we joined a power conference. We are, Fluff said it a few minutes ago, we are the big dog in the Big 12.
We're the best.
We are the best. We run this conference now.
Hey, say it like that again, Kris. Hey, man, whoever that was, I'm up.
Okay, so I am happy to say that.
Yes.
We run this conference. Who'd have thought that, haters? Look at us now.
Because they tried to taint us, our runs that we were making in the tournament. They was trying to, when we was in the AA or wherever it was at, they was trying to taint it by like, oh, okay, yeah, they got hot and made a little run and got lucky during the tournament. Now it's like this. We're running through the Cougs are running through the Big 12, and we're gonna run through the tournament. So it's like you know what I'm saying, it's ours to lose, really. You know what I mean? So
but haters, there will be some haters who say, yeah, the Big 12 is now down, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. They're gonna hate. Let them hate. But 2 games up, 5 games to go.
2 years in, 2 championships.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, but y'all know what I'm talking about. There will be some media, national media. Hell, some national media wrote the Cougars off in November. Well, they lost to Alabama, they lost to Auburn. Well, they're not nothing. Okay. 14-1 in the Big 12, 22-4, 3-4 losses in overtime. Now, that's why, as a Cougar alum, putting down my media hat, the credential, all that kind of stuff, win a chip, then they can't say nothing.
That's it, Kris.
That's it. They can't say anything after that. That's what's left. As Dayon said it, what else is left to prove? Winning a chip. That's what's left to prove.
Man, we on the river walk. We on the river walk by the water, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to be restrained from talking too much junk before getting myself in trouble with somebody. So yeah. We run this conference now.
Hey, Kris, I like when you say it.
Preach,
like
Kris.
that. Hey, Kris.
So make a meme of it. Make a clip of it, a reel.
Clip at 103.35.
And fellas, to the team, don't lose on Saturday to Iowa State. Don't make me look stupid. Look bad on that one. But
hey, we ain't losing it, man. We ain't losing it, man. Listen. 33 straight, guys, all jokes aside. 33 straight. We get clipped 1 game.
In overtime.
We ain't finna lose another game that quick. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening.
It's just, and I'm happy to say it. I'm proud to say it. I'm proud to say that about we run the Big 12, because as Fluff knows, I'm old enough, and some of the viewers and other lumps who are older than me. It's some dark times here. I lived through some dark, literal.
Hey, you was there
dark,
when
dim lights.
When G. Urban was playing there.
Yeah. So when Ray McCallum was coaching, and when it was just rough and losses and apathy, when people did not care about men's basketball
at all.
When it looked like the administration did not care about men's basketball for years. So to see what Coach Sampson and the players and the staff have done, as Dayon said it, second year in the Big 12, 2 years in a row, on track to be back-to-back Big 12 champs. Yes, damn it, we run the Big 12.
That's right, Kris. I like it.
And that's true. I am at all, yeah. Well.
No, Kris. No, you're not.
Hey, this dude on here tripping.
One of the 3-point lines. No.
Hey,
One of the 3-point lines, he might not be wrong. One of them, he might not be wrong on that. That's true.
Hold on, Kris.
Because there was like a 19-9 3-point line, and then like a 26 3-point line. So yeah, so that might not be wrong.
Hey, Kris, hold on.
That guy's coming.
Yo, who was that?
No, I'm serious. He might not be wrong.
So the 3-point line came out in 1980.
I wasn't covering him, but I was a Cougar fan. I mean, hell, I'm not ashamed to say it.
86, maybe 86.
So yeah, 1983 when that shot and that play and Jim Evano ran around the court like somebody to hug.
That wasn't a 3-point line.
I cried. No, I cried, and that I still to this day cannot watch that highlight. I hear it coming on. I change the channel.
That's the easiest game winner somebody ever got in their life.
I cannot watch that highlight. I just nope. So that 30 for 30 about NC State, that championship team, refused to watch it. Nope.
I seen it.
Nope.
He said,
Nope.
Kris, what do you think about this?
The old stuff.
That's true. That's why I say all those haters
Southwest Conference
kept the Cougs out of Power Conference, the Big 12, all of that because they were afraid what would happen. What the success of the men's basketball team is doing right now is what those folks were afraid of. If Houston,
how many Houston kids we got now?
A Power Conference. JoJo, Terrence. It's not as many as some folks. Probably want. Ramon. Got some Texas kids, of course, as well.
Yeah,
but
Texas,
now the program is a national program, so they can pick and choose who they want that fits the Cougar culture.
And this is a great point too. They're still not getting full share of the Big 12 revenue split.
Yep, that'll be next year. Next
At least
July 1st. Yeah, July 1st.
What is this referencing to, Kris?
Been a fan enough to remember.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Just look up the coach who left for Nevada. Yeah. Hey, folks, there's some dark years.
That's crazy.
I am loving this.
Me too, man.
I am loving this. And as Dayon said, and as all of us say, and many people who are on here, there's one thing left to prove.
One thing, man.
Is to get that championship.
That's it. Got to get it.
Pat Foster. Bingo. Pat Foster. Yes. And he had success here. But, I mean, administration kind of dropped the ball with him too. But, whatever. There's a whole bunch of.
I got to ask you something. Once we turn the camera off, I got to ask you something.
Oh, do we count Katy as Houston? Because LJ Cry's from, Katy.
Oh, yeah, that's Houston.
So, yeah.
Hold on. And Laney Smith might get mad at me when I say this. TJ Ford might get mad at me when I say this. Daniel Ewing might get mad at me when I say this. The rapper Zero might get mad at me.
Uh-oh.
The rapper Zero might get mad at me when I say this. But a guy who lived in Missouri City, which is myself.
Mo City,
love you. Mo City ain't Houston, bro.
That's why I asked.
Oh, come on. Let me say this. So if Mo City and Sugarland ain't Houston, Katy ain't Houston neither.
It's our subsidy, but to the average person who don't know nothing about Houston, I feel what you're saying. So I ain't discrediting what you're
Hold on,
saying.
Dave. I'm just saying. I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
I lived in Missouri City, bro.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. All right. Go ahead now.
It's just people who ain't from Texas or even from the city, those sub cities around in Houston, we just loop it all in sometimes to make it easy for people. But technically, you're right though.
I'm gonna say this to you, Dayon. I worked out in the Fundy gym and Yates gym.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri City got better stuff out there, man.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
just
wish
saying.
it.
But
Fundy ain't
helped.
got no air conditioning in there, man.
It's
does
been
now.
renovated.
It
Yeah, it's
does now.
renovated now.
Oh,
They
it
got that's
does
where the
now?
pro-am
Okay.
is. They play at the pro.
Okay.
You can come play in that pro-am now.
But yeah,
Huh?
Fondy helped build a lot
You
of
can come
Cougs,
play in
man.
that pro-am every summer.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Just for Kris with that little even thing he said, I'm hitting Oliver Lafayette. We're gonna get our own pro-am team on all ex-Cougs. We're gonna go get Aubrey. We're gonna go get Tafari Tony, Marcus Kuzan.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Andre Owens. You know what I mean?
Andre Owens got buckets too. Yeah. He can get buckets. Yep.
Kris motivated me so much. Kris don't even know I'll be up 6. Kris don't even know I'll be
Indiana
up at
Pacers.
6. Kris don't even know I'll be up at 6:30 in the morning because he said that I'm wired like that, bro. He said, even you, bro. I said, oh wow. Funny.
It's all love.
It's
all love, baby.
Nah, it's all love, Kris. It's all love for sure.
Man.
I think that's the perfect note to end this edition of Let's Rage Coogs on. Once again, big thank you to everybody.
Tell Lennon Smith we said hi. Fluff.
I tried.
Okay.
Big thank you to everybody that took the time out of their Tuesday night or Tuesday morning, or Wednesday morning, I should say, wherever people are joining and tuning in from. We had a good show. Following Houston's 80-65 victory over Arizona State. A leading scorer for the Cougs. Once again, the final stats: LJ Cryer, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Jawan Roberts had 10.6 rebounds. Emmanuel Sharp, 17 points, 4 rebounds. And Malik Wilson rounded all the players in double figures with 12 points and 7 rebounds himself. Milo Zuzan had 9 points, 5 assists. And again, only 1 turnover for Milos. Again, big thank you to everybody that took their time out of their Tuesday night. Big thank you to Steve Saxenian and Mike and Jennifer Pittman with Star Pizza. The road to March has begun. If there's anybody that would be interested in being a sponsor for the March shows, beginning with the Big 12 tournament, the NCAA tournament, reach out via email as you see on the screen. That's ridgecoogs@gmail.com. And Kris, I'll toss it over to you. Any final thoughts, and where can people find you as well?
Oh, thank you as always to Fluff and Dayon and Andy and everybody watching us on this late night. I'm going to say it again. We run the Big 12. Yes.
Yes,
we run the Big 12. And I'm proud to say we, because I'm a proud University of Houston graduate. We run the Big 12. But shout out to the comments, the questions. Cougs with their 12th straight road win. 80-65, getting ready for a big one on this Saturday against Iowa State. ESPN, 1 o'clock Central Time. ESPN will be here. ESPN College Game Day will be here. Early fans, get there early. Show your support. Should be a great opportunity. Well, the weather's not going to be that great, but if you are a diehard tailgater, Saturday is a great chance for you to tailgate. And Andy, I don't know about you, but if y'all want to invite me and Andy over to stop by for some food or adult refreshment, let me know and I can stop on by. But it's my pleasure. It's always I enjoy the Let's Rage Coogs shows, talking with my dudes, my brothers, and everybody who participates in the discussion. You are family. You are part of the Let's Rage Coogs family. Majority of us are UH alums, so you are part of the family. Support us. Support Let's Rage Coogs. Support the Houston Round Bar Review. Yep, Miss Wanda, I'm wearing my hoodie, my Houston Round Bar Review hoodie, sipping some refreshment out of my Houston Round Bar Review mug. So different ways to support the Round Bar Review. And wrapping it up, since 1994, the Houston Round Ball Review. Local name, global perspective. Y'all take care.
I just want to say, once again, thank you to Andy, thank you to Kris, thank you to Dayon for having the trust to, have me on the show continuously. It's been quite a blessing and quite refreshing to, talk about, the best team and my most favorite team in the country, which is the prestigious University of Houston. My IG handle is Rob McKiver. Uh, at Elm City Elite is my organization that I'm running these days. Hopefully, when I come to the Kansas game, hopefully, I run into some old classmates, some old, my old teammates, coaches, fans, alumni, boosters. I just, super excited about coming to the Kansas game and, seeing some old faces to give me some new joy. And I'm just thankful for it all. And Iowa State on Saturday, everybody have fun at the tailgate, and we'll be kicking some tail that day too. Super proud of the season that we're having, 14-1, going into the tournament with a lot of momentum. And I think this is our year, but it's gonna be one game at a time. And I think us as fans, us as former alumni, should go with that mindset now to be ready to cut the nets down April 7th in San Antonio, Texas. Go Cougs.
Dan, I'll go to you in a second, but Kris, looks
Yep,
like
I
that.
just saw that. I was gonna
Yep,
say bring it up.
just
Maria.
shoot, Kris and I will be out there on Saturday. Just
Yeah, hopefully, I guess we'll find out what Friday. I put in a request to for the game day experience. He's from ESPN to watch it, whatever, behind the scenes look, whatever. So if I get approved for it, good grief, I'll be there early, like at 8 o'clock in the morning. But I'm game. Tailgate, go Cougs. Let's start it. I mean, because I see every so often there's like a couple of guys, a couple of maybe couples, married couples, who hang out in our parking garage at that truck with some refreshment. So I see like in little groups of 2 or 4. But I think the alumni association is doing some things, and that's one thing. Andy, Dayon, Fluff, I would like, or I encourage those organizations, the alumni groups. Y'all, Andy put it up. Just notify us. Email Andy, email me, hit us up on social media if you are having an event at one of the home games. We can mention it during the post-game show to get more folks involved, because it's all about Cougs helping Cougs.
Right.
So if you're having something going on and you would like more folks to attend it, let us know. We can spread the word, help you out. So that's all part of Cougs helping Cougs. Nah, damn, my brother, I'm sorry for taking all that time. Go ahead, man. You got it.
No, well said, man. Cougs helping Cougs, and another great show with all Cougs. Appreciate everyone who chimed in. Definitely, like Kris just said, hit us up for the tailgate. Well, I'm in town. Kris and Andy are always in town. Definitely appreciate that. But good win. I'm looking forward to the way the team is rolling. I think Milos is playing at a level and he keep going up with Emmanuel getting his groove, LJ being consistent, Jaywan, and the way JVR is coming and giving the minutes, and him and JoJo just complement each other well. Man, I'm excited for this team, man. I think this is our year. We're gonna definitely prove that we got what it takes to get over the hump and cut down the nest, man. But as always, go Cougs.